airport. That is the Kenai Peninsula out there. And we are now heading for Kotzebue.
Just ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened while you are in your seats in case we hit any unexpected bumps. Looking at a flight time of 1 hour and 20 minutes today. We should have you at the gate in just about an hour, looking at about 7:58 arrival. Kotzebue weather, we've got a fairly nice night there. Some high scattered clouds with temperature and chilling down to about 46 degrees with light winds. Got a good view off the right hand side of Mount McKinley.
There is Kotzebue Sound. And I think the Kobuk River, I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is. We're beginning our descent into Kotzebue. Once we got into Kotzebue, we got a hold of the company that was going to fly us out, and they came and picked our bags up and hauled them over to the hangar, and then we walked from there over to the bed and breakfast that we were spending the night at, got checked in there, and then went down to a restaurant down on the waterfront and had dinner, and went and got settled in, got a good night's sleep, and got up the next morning and got back down to the aviation company at about daylight or a little before, and then got all of our stuff and got ready to get on the plane and get on out there and get at it. Oh, Bob, you about ready to roll?
I am. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm trying to find some place for these arrows because I couldn't bring my bow case. That's not going to work.
I just hold them.
I'll hold them all the way there.
Well, we are in Kotzebue, just loading the aircraft up and getting ready to get out of here.
You got everything out here?
You ready to roll?
I got the same one. Yeah. Roll. We got to roll.
Well, this is camp.
I'm looking at him. I flew on a 747 back from New Zealand. That was the absolute worst. I think that thing was going to fall like that. Had a back brace on, I broke my back 30 days before. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die.
Were you hunting in New Zealand?
Well, we went for chamois and tar and red.
How'd you do?
That's chamois and tar. Didn't see any red. grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Grizzly bear tracks right there. Grizzly bear.
That's just a little tiny guy.
Where we're parked. 125 nautical miles. Left behind.
Yeah, there's caribou right up on the ridge above us.
Yeah, we got caribou right out here. Okay, boys and girls.
Off they
Here
go.
we go. Number one. That's our only hope of going home. Just left us. I think didn't make us pay till we get back in case they don't come and get us.
It just got in.
Just got in. Right above the grizzly bear track.
Decent bull.
Okay, we gotta wait till tomorrow, of course.
Oh yeah, he's got nice tops. Heck yeah. Well, I would definitely shoot that one on the left. But we gotta wait till tomorrow. Yeah, that's a nice bull. There is a grizzly bear track coming right up there. So we're definitely in among them. If you look up there on the skyline, we got caribou. I'm gonna get my binoculars out and look at them a little closer and put this on a tripod. There's caribou all around here. I can tell they're bulls even from way down there. That one looks pretty nice. But we pretty much got camp set up and ready to get today over with and get out there after those things. There's a lot of caribou in here. A couple of caribou. Camp is set up. There are caribou virtually all the way around us.
On the other side of the river.
Yeah, mostly on the other side of the river. Well, Terry, you ready to go?
I'm damn ready to go.
Where's all your gear?
Post office? Yeah, post office.
It's gonna be an expensive trip for Terry. You gotta buy stuff off everybody.
Rent it, Kotzebue, post office.
Yeah, or somewhere.
Did you? Well, let's see.
50 bucks.
How about the, how much it cost for a fork and a knife for you?
Well, we'll have to negotiate that.
The Postal Service. It's always trustworthy.
Well, it is the end of the first day. Got camp set up, glassed over across the river behind us, and there's a lot of caribou over there. There's hundreds. We ran into quite a few on this side, but because we just got in here, we can't hunt yet. The day that you fly in, you can't hunt. So tomorrow we can hunt, and hopefully we'll see as many good bulls as we saw today. But that's a good area. There's a lot of caribou here, and I am tired. It is the first morning we can hunt, and we are in the middle of a bunch of them. They're on the other side of the No-Attack River though, and we are waiting for them to cross. They're just out there on the sandbar thinking about it. how many there are over there, but there's a lot. Mixture of cows and bulls and all kinds of stuff. A few bulls over there kind of sparring. It's pre-rut right now. Now we just have to wait for them to cross. And then hopefully find a pretty nice one.
Or two.
Or 4, or 8.
Ooh, that one has a really nice shovel, but his tops are weak.
Yeah, there's a lot of caribou over there. There's a bunch of bulls over there bedded. Yeah, it's too bad we can't get across that river.
Yeah, we could. We'd be sneaking down to that bank.
Blast.
Chilies of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch more filing out along in through here. That one bull is really wide. It's coming out across that deal. Yeah, they are filing up, but now we just have to wait for them to cross. What's that?
Oh, that one herd that's on our side, they went on out the other direction. Small herd.
Yeah, they're all little bulls and cows. After I videotaped those caribou that were over there on that gravel bar on the other side of the river, we were sitting up there waiting to see when they were going to cross. And what the area looked like, there was the river and then a big flat, and the big flat was probably about a half-mile wide maybe. And then up above that there was a bluff that came up, and then it leveled out on top, and we were sitting up on top glassing over there watching those caribou, you know, waiting for them to come across. And the bluff was probably about 150 to 200 feet high, and when we were watching them, there was a lead cow that had came out first. Well, she'd went out there and laid down on that gravel bar, and then she got up and started heading for the river, and we saw her go into the water, and as soon as we saw that, we knew that they were pretty much going to come across. So we got up and angled down the bluff and started working our way down as quick as we could. And right at the base of the bluff there was a long lake where the river had probably quite a while ago had washed out and formed like a little shallow lake there. And we got down to that and we worked our way down along that, and it was probably 400 yards long. And by the time we had worked our way down there, those caribou had came across that flat, and they were just making a beeline, lined out in a line, literally making a beeline across that flat to get up into the hills to our south. And then Terry got lined up and on the first bit of the bulls coming through, and got a couple of shots. In the next video after this one, you'll see the results of that.
First day of our Alaska caribou hunt. First morning that we can actually hunt. We flew in yesterday and watched a big herd of caribou across the river here all morning, hoping they crossed, and they finally did. Got lined out and wouldn't really stop, so we had to shoot at them on the move. And I missed a bull, shot this bull and accidentally fragged the cow that's laying over there. So good and bad. I got a nice bull first day, but I also filled my other tag with a cow on accident.
Yeah. Well, time to pack meat.
Yeah.
That's a nice bull. Go ahead and turn in there a little bit. Yeah, that's a beauty. Beautiful tops, double shovel. These are nice looking animal. Excellent.
There's some pretty nice bulls in that herd. Some little white, nice white ones like this. Lots of cows and calves. And there's 1,000 more on the other side of the river. Hopefully some will come across.
Well, there we are. I took a load of meat and I hiked it back over to the camp from Terry's bull, and I'm coming back across and there's this herd of bulls coming over. And there's actually the remainder of them going up over that hill over there right now. I think I killed the biggest one in the bunch, so we got up. I was walking up to where Terry's Caribou was at and looked over, saw these guys, and Bob and Rick were standing over by Terry's bull, and I start waving frantically and running this way, trying to head these guys off. They took a long shot. I'm pretty sure they got one down over there. They had him wounded, and I think they just finished him. But this looked like the biggest one to me, and I'm thrilled. That is a beauty. Try to get over to those guys, get some pictures. He is totally non-typical, but man, he is totally cool. That is a pretty animal. Very pretty. Well, I'm going to shut her down and go over to those guys, and then I'll come back because I left all my tripods and everything but my little pocket binoculars and was heading over to pack meat, and look what happened. Those kickers, those things are 18 inches long or 15 anyway. That's a beauty. Yeah, we got work now.
One over there, two over there, one over here.
Yeah, boy, that's a beauty of a bull. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm putting my pistol on and I'm gonna go because we got a lot of work.
Well, fortunately we have 8 hours.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll be tired.
Yeah. We're already tired. We're running up there, running here, running.
Boy, those bezzes on that thing are long. You could use that to scratch your back with.
I can see some of them showing there.
Yeah.
Usually those have bad tops.
Yeah. Oh, I love those tops. That thing is so pretty. Pretty.
There we go, boys and girls.
Yeah, there's our boo. Well, here's the day's success all summed up.
Successness.
Yeah. Finally got them all packed back. It was a long day.
Bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, that was fun, but
Ever want to come out caribou hunting?
Don't do it.
Buy one tag. Shoot one a day. 4 today.
7:30 already.
yeah.
Well, it's time for bed.
I'm hungry. Matter of fact, I'm really
That's when we went
hungry.
to bed last night, wasn't it?
We are glassing right across the Noatak River. And as you can see, there's chunks of ice floating down it. It's pretty cold. The wind is blowing in here out of the north and it's frigid. Staged up right over there on that flat by that lake is a bunch of caribou. Whole bunch of them. There's actually some pretty good looking bulls over there. There's probably 100 caribou over there, and then just over on the other side of them, about a half mile over, is another couple of hundred. Quite a few really nice bulls. But they're on the other side of the river, and without a good way to cross, they're pretty safe until they come over here. Here's a little group of bulls. There they are. Yeah, that one I think is the one that has the spectacular shovel on him. The bull's shovel is huge. Might even be a double shovel, I don't know. I would probably be real tempted to shoot him. Shovel's really nice. His tops, they're okay, but that's kind of the thing I've noticed on most of these caribou is either they have really good tops and their shovels and bez aren't that good, or they got really good shovels and bez and their tops aren't that good. And that bull there has really good shovel and bez, but tops are pretty, I mean, they're okay, but it's got a bunch of points on them. No palmated or any kind of cool stuff. Kind of like a whitetail antler. Still awful pretty, and if I get a crack at him, I'd be awfully tempted. Out of all of them on this side, he's one of the better bulls, and then there's one really good one over here to the left too. Well, that dude's zonked out. And there's the Noatak River. Lots of ice in it. It's cold. One good thing that made it easy to take care of our meat. That was one of our concerns coming up here, and that has not been an issue with meat spoilage. Meat freezage may be an issue, but spoilage is not. It is really cold. Everything's freezing. It's pretty neat country. Rolling hills and tons of little bushes and berries, and down by the river there's some willows. Is that a moose right there, Terry? Well, we spotted bullwinkle over there. Not a monster, but you know what? We saw an Alaska Yukon moose, and he's not that far from camp. We don't have a tag though. See, mag back there, and you can see the teepee on the other side there with the yellow thing sticking up. He's probably 400 yards, 500 yards from it. Yeah, pretty cool. A bull moose.
You walked right past it.
Yeah, probably. There's balmy Alaska. It's September 19th, and it's snowing just a little tiny bit, and it's cold enough there's ice floating down the Noatak. And most of the caribou are right over there on that other side, and there really ain't any way to get across that river. for us. If we had a raft, it would be perfect, but we don't, so. Well, Terry, what do you think?
I wish we'd have brought a raft, is what I think.
Yeah, me too, but
Short of that, we just have to wait till they cross. Some more cross. We saw three pretty nice bulls crossed upriver where Bob and Rick are at. We didn't hear any shots, so maybe they were smaller bulls.
yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that Bob would punch a tag today.
Well, the day's not even half over yet.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we got video of all the ones that are massed up over there, and there's a lot more even further down. So there's tons of caribou over there. We just need them to cross over here, which they're currently not doing. No, they are on the move. They're actually in range. They're about 350 yards away.
What's that?
I'm talking to the camera. Just, they're on the other side of the river and we can't get over there. There's quite a lot of them. Look at that, oh yeah. That's a nice bull. Those caribou that were lined out are over there. And just a bunch of them. And the really funny thing is that's right on the other side of the river. And there's hundreds of them over there, I don't know how many. And camp is right there. And they're looking like they might come right up there, and I'm hoping cross over. And there's a few really, really, really nice bulls in there. They're moving. Well, it's the third day we can hunt. That caribou herd is still over there. Yeah, it's snowing a bit. Quite a few good bulls over there. I think it's at least part of that one herd that I videoed yesterday. Today's the 20th, isn't it?
Correct.
September 20th.
Feels like December 20th.
Yeah, it kind of does in our country. Imagine December 20th up here probably don't look anything like this. They are still on the other side of the river. It's kind of milling around over there, not really moving. Well, after I videoed those caribou that were across the Noatak River, the fact that they were sitting over there became almost unbearable for me. Sitting over there not crossing. And the prior day on the 19th I had went down there and tried to wade. We'd brought these tundra boots up that they're basically like boots with hip waders on the top of them. We didn't have regular waders, and the river was cold and it was kind of probably not the greatest idea to go across there, but I went out, and the 19th I'd tried, and there was an area that looked like it was pretty shallow. It was really wide, and the bottom was real gravelly. It was small gravel. And the other weird thing about that river up there is it's so cold that there isn't a lot of moss, almost no moss in it. Like down where we live in Idaho, if you tried to cross any of the rivers, even the ones up in the mountains, the rocks have a lot of moss on them, and they're all slimy and slippery, and you're falling and stuff on them. Up there, this stuff was like walking on gravel. It was just too cold. There wasn't any moss. But the first day, on the 19th, when I went out and tried to wade, I got out and got up to the point that was up to the top on my waders after I'd gone out probably about 300 yards out of probably, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile at least, maybe even a little bit further than that, in order to get over there. And it was about the only shallow place that we found in that area where we're at. But when I tried it on the 19th, I got out there and I couldn't get all the way across. And then on the 20th, after watching those caribou and videotaping them, I'm like, you know, I'm going to try it again. And I went out and I went down a little bit further. And the other thing that was happening was that as it was getting cold, the groundwater that would be normally falling or out of the ground and into the river started freezing. And as a result of that, the water level in that river was dropping a couple, 3 inches a day. And that was also a factor. You know, in between the 19th to the 20th, it had probably dropped, you know, maybe even more than 3 or 4 inches, probably 6 inches. And on the 20th, I took my pack off and got my walking stick out and told Terry, you know, I'm going to try this again. And if I'll get over there, and if I can get all the way across, then I'll come back and get you. He goes, no, if you get over there, you better go over and make a stock and try to fill your tag. And once I got over there, I did get a little bit of water in my waders, but it was on the last 30 feet before I'd made it completely across, and there was no way I was going to turn around at that point. So then I went over there, and then that's where these next videos take off, is after I had made my cross across the Noatak River and was making my way over to where all those caribou were at. Well, I got in, there's a group of bedded caribou right out there. I'm not sure how far, but I'm going to get as close as I can. Right there. See the antlers up there? There's a bunch of bulls right in that group right there. I'm belly crawling to get as close as I can before I try to shoot. There's a bunch of them. There's some nice ones in there. The stalk continues. Caribou right over there. See their antlers sticking up. A couple 100 yards maybe. Keep on going. Now there is the result of my stock. He's a pretty good looking animal. He's got a shovel, huge shovel all the way to the end of his nose. Big old Bez point. Sturds are pretty little, but boy, he's got some back scratchers. Not a lot of points, but boy, I'm happy. I am happy. There he is. I'm stumbling around here. I gotta get back. I left my pack, all my optics except my little binoculars, everything back at the river. So now I gotta go back there and get Terry and come back over here and get busy. Yeah, that's a nice bull. I am pretty happy. Pretty darned happy. A little lighter horned, and he's got some points going all over the place. Huge bez. Huge shovel. Yeah, pretty bull. Now I just got to get him out of here. But got the rest of the day to do it, and it's probably about noon, so we got about another 10 hours. Back up here. And it's snowing. Those other caribou are over there. I got over here and they saw me and got spooked and started running back and forth, and he was kind of right in the middle of a big old wad, and I got set up and was aiming and following him, and there was other caribou running in with him, and then they started kind of trotting, and I just followed him, waited till there was an opening and shot and hit him right where I was aiming. It's a little far forward, but it did the job. He immediately went down. Well, I'm tagged out. Done. Just got to pack him out of here now. And that's going to be good fun. There's the winter wonderland that is camp. I'm not sure where Terry went, but I will get my stuff all unpacked, and then got to get back over there and get that bull taken care of. But it is snowing. We got about another 5 days, I think, before we have to get picked up.
Today, I don't know, I think it's the 4th hunting day that we've been out here in Alaska. Rick and Bob are out in the field right now, still probably buckled up somewhere underneath the bank because it's been snowing all morning. We called the flight company, the aviation company, to try and see if they can get in here in the next few days and pick up. We've got 6 bulls down, so they have to haul it out before they can get us out. So anyway, they said the weather's supposed to be the same for the next couple days and sit tight. So that's what we're doing. Darwin and I are sitting in the tent, reading a book, cleaning up, getting ready to sit around for a while.
I'm going to cook caribou liver and onions tonight for dinner.
Oh.
And here's what life outside the teepee looks like. It's snowing and it's awfully white out there. And you can't actually even see the sun up there, so it's fairly thin cover, but it's snowing pretty nice right here. Well, it is the 22nd of September. Both my tags are filled, both Terry's tags are filled, both of Bob's tags are filled. And Rick has one of his tags filled. But you can see what it did. It snowed probably about 1.5 inches. And right now it's clearing up a little bit, and it's calm. There's a little bit of blue sky back there. But hopefully, we called the guy that does our air taxi and told him that we had meat down, and when they get time, they'll come in here, time and weather, they'll come in and haul our meat out. Yeah, there in the viewfinder is a cow and a calf caribou feeding along on a little flat over there on the same side of the river as I killed my last bull on. And we've looked all these hills around in here that had hundreds of caribou in there 2 days ago. Big storm came through, and that is all we found right over there. 2. A cow and a calf. So unless there's more north of here, I think they're about out of here. And we're not seeing any indication that there's anything in here now. A couple of moose maybe, and some bears, and a cow and a calf caribou. And we're out here glassing, and we found a mama and 2 baby caribou up on a bench over here, and then down on the flat we found a mama, and it looks like 2 babies there. And other than that, that is it. It looks like pretty much all the caribou cleared out of here, but it is a calm, beautiful, clear day today. and gorgeous. You can see the Brooks Range off in the distance with the clouds on it. The sun's out, no wind, it's gorgeous. So hopefully the plane will come in today and haul our meat out, and probably us, because it's looking like they migrated out of here. We think they migrated out of here at night, because we didn't see anywhere near the number that was in here crossing the river, so we're thinking that they did swim the river at night. But beautiful day.
Good here in the sun. Actually comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is the odd day in Alaska, I guess. God. We had a lot of rain before we got here, huh?
Yep, it was raining every day. The week
Down
before.
there.
I was like, oh shoot, rain? I'd rather hunt anything but that.
And duck guy, I can do rain because I don't have to walk. Put the big coat over your head and everything, 'cause I hate wearing the hood. Can't see out the side.
Today is September 24th. And Terry went out ptarmigan hunting this morning. We're still waiting for our airplane to get in. And he saw a grizzly bear on Rick's gut pile. We came out here to get some video of it, but there isn't any bear on the gut pile. After I ran out there, it looks like he probably ate his fill and moved off. It's got a storm and the wind's blowing a little bit, so we're not too optimistic about the plane being able to get in here today. But it would be nice if it did. We're just waiting, looking for a grizzly bear. Cold air. It's denser.
He's there.
Yeah. Well, Jared came in and picked up our meat, and he's off to Caribou. The day that our meat got flown out was the 24th of September. And the 25th of September was when they were scheduled to come pick us up. But it had been snowing for about, a day anyway. And I didn't think there was any way that they were going to get in there and get us. But after I collected a bunch of wood and was sitting there thinking about spending another night out there freezing, we heard the hum of airplane engines, and they buzzed us and came back and forth looking for a good place to land, and landed in there, and we had to break our camp down in a haste and get all of our stuff loaded up. It probably took 20 minutes anyway, and then we buzzed out of there. And the thing that we found out was that once we got about 5 miles away from where we were camped, the blizzard that we were in was gone, and it was pretty much blue skies all the way from there back to Caribou. Then we got in and got all of our gear unloaded and stuff in the hangar, and went back, spent the night at the bed and breakfast that we'd spent the night at on the way in, and then came back the next day, got all of our caribou all boned out, and got all of our camping gear and everything packed up, and then next day we flew out. And then the last clip there is when we're sitting in the airport at Caribou, out the window just getting ready to take off. And then got all of our stuff, our antlers and everything shipped back, and that was the end of it. A really, really good trip. Definitely something I enjoyed and wouldn't mind doing again. Leaving Caribou.